Drilling now, and Congress starts a 5-week vacation now. Now, is it a case of just bad timing? Joining me now, Representative Jen Hensarling. Congressman, it is weird, is it not?
I would say it's fairly strange. I can tell you this much. The people in the 5th District of Texas that I represent, when they can't afford to go on their own vacation, they want to know why is Congress and Speaker Pelosi going on a 5-week vacation of their own. They're demanding some action, which is one of the reasons I got up at 4:30 this morning and flew in from Dallas to come back here and speak out and say, Speaker, at least allow us to vote.
Well, how do you think, Congressman, that vote would go? If the vote were allowed, is it your thinking that Congress would approve the measures you like more drilling, that sort of thing?
Well, Neil, first, the answer to your question is I think there's a reasonable chance that this thing could pass. If you look historically, almost 85 to 90% of all Republicans not only support conservation, diversification, renewables, but also support more drilling of our resources on the Outer Continental Shelf and in Arctic Alaska. And I think today there may be enough Democrats, if Speaker Pelosi wouldn't be so religious in her zeal, not to allow the vote in the first place.
Well, then how much do you think, sir, that Senator Obama potentially complicated things for Nancy Pelosi and the Democratic leadership by saying, we want drilling. We think drilling is important.
Well, I think Speaker Pelosi's having a bad day when Senator Obama does a 180-degree turn. And listen, I'm very glad he did a 180-degree turn. And at least he is saying, yes, supply makes a difference. And so we all look forward 15, 20 years from now when we have solar panels on our roof, off the grid, we're running around in hydrogen-powered cars. But today in America, people need gasoline to commute, to take an elderly parent to the hospital.
Understood. But Congressman, the two sides, Republicans and Democrats, seem so far apart. Isn't the middle ground just acknowledging, as ironically in a way that Senator Obama did today, that yes, more drilling, but I'll drill if you promise me you're going to spearhead conservation efforts, if you're going to look at energy alternatives, and that part of the onus on Republicans now will be, yeah, we'll consider giving away these tax breaks to an oil industry that doesn't need them. I know you're from Texas, but the prevailing view, Congressman, is that the oil industry is making money hand over fist. The last thing it needs is tax pennies from Uncle Sam. What do you think of that?
Well, one, even though I'm from Texas, I spent several years as an officer in a green electricity company promoting solar energy, promoting wind power. So, no, I don't want to have the oil companies have these tax breaks. But on the other hand, we've tried
careful,
their
sir,
plan
I just want to be clear. So are Republicans prepared to do away with those breaks and use that as a negotiating chip to take some of the things that you do want, that is drilling offshore, ANWR, et cetera?
As our leader has said, John Boehner, we want to support all of the above. Look at our records. We have supported alternative fuels. We have supported conservation. I believe that, one, the oil and gas industry probably doesn't need the tax breaks that they're receiving. On the other hand, their plan, the so-called windfall profits tax, I mean, that dates back to the 70s. We tried it then. We became more dependent on foreign oil.
So you guys clearly seem to sense you got an issue here. This gas thing sort of dropped in your lap, and it has become your signature issue, and ironically, at this early going, a winning issue, has it not?
Well, Neil, you know, we're paid to represent our constituents. I had a town hall meeting, and I'd say 85% of the questions were, Congressman, what are you going to do to help get the high cost of energy down? I mean, as the elected representatives, you say it fell in our lap. It's what our constituents want us to do, and they support by 3-to-1 and 4-to-1 tapping into our offshore and our Arctic reserves. We have decades and decades of American energy that we could produce for Americans now if the liberals in Congress would simply let us. I mean, let us have a vote.
All right. Yea or nay. All right, Congressman, always good seeing you. Thank you very much.